Do you want some? I look like a girl! Well, I think I had enough of it. It's just, I'm a bit chubby. Just don't eat a lot. And in fact, I can't wait to go out. But I'm going to XYD. And in fact, DNA, is that you? See? Spastic. I don't know how to spell spastic. But based upon spastic. Oh, wrong one. Sarcasm. Sorry, I don't know how to spell sarcasm. But if that is the DNA based upon the detective, you need to be an accomplished in the allergy and also in relation to the income production of the service. If there is a one way in relation to the compliance of its own maturity, the understanding of life is that you cannot even out the quarry, because in relation to the quarry, the performance of the network is that the consumption of your messages will comply with its own maturity. And to understand the AK, the AK is the position of a translator and also to and from the interlay of the third pack. And in relation to the third pack, because I'm a virgin, if it's so tight, you have a third way to do it. And if it bleeds, you let it. Is that right? Down. No, you're not allowed. But anyway, based upon the sarcasm is based upon the Kumbhalakana, particularly the Chitana, because it sounds like a Chitana. No. That's how the vocabulary will widen the path of science and technical. And in that way, when it does that, you will enjoy it. But it's hard. And in so, once we have a percentages of the sale, we will comply with its own network and also to teleport into a provision to separate into the data cave. Because in that way, with the data cave, the composition of the data cave is the own compliance of science versus Nathakan. And in time, once we have that, the OPG and the MP5 and M31 is the compliance of its own maturity, and to understand the environment and to rejoice the network of orchestra in relation to the position of a timer. If there is one, the composition of a pokuku is particularly understanding the non-alignment of time. And in time, once we have the network of the obeying law, the institution of sarcasm is based upon the compliance of a P9 and in relation to P5 and sector 21 and sector 22, dBay 33, dBay 44, dBay 55, dBay 66, dBay 73, dBay 95, dBay 21, dBay 56, dBay 41, dBay 1138, dBay 4443, dBay 4445, dBay 1648, dBay 1148, dBay 1149, dBay 1146, dBay 1143, dBay 1159, dBay 11436829482218211845, execution, transition, data call, compliance network, angkasa, kata. Demakan tentang tulu, tusha. It's one of my art thingy, the God thingy in the digital world. One of them. But anyway, in the compliance of the network, the akasul is particularly knowing the composition of the katsa. And in that time, once we have the wiki we can also have the fair share of understanding wham bam thank you man. And the equation of the wham bam thank you man is based upon our IQ. And in relation to our IQ is that this puzzle, whatever you call it, Calozino and Calozino. So in that time, once we know. So in that time, once we know. And we know, and we know. But we know, and we know. So in that way, we are sharing into the knowing of in relation to the peripherum and also to fund into a space out and to guard the relationship for the next history of the ancient world and in relation to the Kompankasa. You will enjoy my story in relation to the ancient world because it was before the Kadnatan. It's one of my art. They have ancestors as well, God. They do. Yes. Somewhere. They know, I don't. But anyway, once we have the maturity to understand the Pankantu and Katatn and Katatn and Katatn, articulately, the composition of the data of the compliance will be maturing itself into its own AK. And its own AK will also revoke the matantang, particularly the understanding of love and pinxing. It's one of these thumbnail. So, Fint, no, Chronicle, an old friend of mine on PHPBB, Aaron, Chronicle, when we create a thumb, one of the thumbnail on YouTube, that's what you call it. So you can, if you want, you can do one. You can start. Yes. It's one of these. I cannot show you. Sorry. But in time, once we have the particular also in relation to the next television guide, the relationship to build the relationship and to build the relationship and to build the relationship and to build the relationship is based upon the subtree of the sarcasm and spastically inconstant color of a tree root and indicating of a stem and to pakalakansantatata of the DM3624825432962 and the DMP 31261811 electric pulse cell 83261824182918561843 and cell 28284326411241 1241 1241 1241. Akun is a pattern for Zong. But in time, once we know the correct share of the funds of the transition, we will comply with the network and also this look. And in this look, does it look like the one at wet? Well, Richard. Anyway, compliance of intuition of thoughts is that we are, and indeed, Richard, Balankasan, blanking into the mind of ice drugs? No. Intuition of thoughts by capitalizing the abbreviation. And in time, once we know its own abbreviation, we will know in relation to the seminar and intuition, the talakasa, particularly the understanding of life based on the intuition of its own conjunction, and tufuri, the akala, particularly the understanding of Anang, Turu, Chasha, and Ankang Sala Kutu, and Tutu Akang Kashang, and Kalhang Sachi Shalang, and Kashan Kulun Kutu, and Galangsing Tutu Shala, and Kashang Kutu Tutu, and Kasang Kushu Lulu, Kishini, Kanin Kasha, and Laka Shunu Kantang, Gushung Ka Ku Kistin Kala Kasha, Dulong Chong, Dan Jing Tang, Lu Shun La, Dulu Shuntu, La Krishna Dudu, Lakatata Chacham, Lolota, Lushu, Da Shi, Dalaka Shana, Dudushu Dulu, Didan Tong Kongshang Ka Gasha, Loktu Takshanta, Loko Tutu Tatalala, Dunutu Chatala, Dulankang Santang, Danchang Totu, Balangasa Gensin, Locha La, Dushan Tu, La Bushanda Tu. Is an eel. An eel. Some of the eel communicate to each other. You'll find out later how they actually do it. I don't know how they do it. Based upon that communication, speech pathologist is not the alien, is Dunu Dana. 50 vocabulary. 50 vocabulary. That's in the future. The future is within us, and in time we will know which one is a phase out in relation to the development of the third technology, and also the sequel of the performance and to network the Zangkang. And in time, once we network the Zangkang, the Bangatan Alaka Ata Ushu is its performance in relation to the provision to claim the law and also the institution of our abbreviation? No. Diploma? Intergen. Intergen is called, Dan. Intergen. Intergen. So, Mark, in relation to hospitality, you better buy me bra. But anyway, Intergen. Intergen, G-E-N. Short is intergen. Intergen, G-E-N. Intergen is a second of bl. And each way it goes, it's higher than supersonic power. Yes, and when it's higher than supersonic power, we are, not we are, but to make those, by petrol, you can fly to the beacon and Saturn. Next one, Intergen. Bloody damn. Anyway, last one, in relation to Richard, the correspondence of your network is that the Koshufu, particularly understanding the composition of the decompression, and the decompression by the third hierarchy is the Badkana, Ankan Kala, Lutu. So, when I give you a kiss, he's not nosy, but you know what I mean. That's easy. But anyway, in matter of time, once we also have the conjunction of its own MX3241 and MX3245, it is the conjunction of noun by the vocabulary and also the non-belang and tantang and lulu and tantang and tutu and balkatan and tutu. So this pronunciation has stated that it's not an alien communication. It's somewhere, I don't know which one is which in relation to the provision for our lawyers to actually pass the position, because in a matter of time, once we also zone the non-correspondence of inflation by Intergen, It is not the artificial intelligence which I have already drawn. It's a bit of, only a little bit above that. It's actually we'll be calling Duntu. That's what you call it. It's artificial intelligence, but that is the name above it. It's just a subsidizer by which one? Curriculum. I can't pronounce it, but curriculum. You know, subjects and school thing. Curriculum. Oh, it's on my blog. I can't pronounce it. Sorry. Curriculum. Curriculum. I can't pronounce it. But in that way, yeah, curriculum. I know that one. You will know because I love Aussie. Is it a kangaroo? It looks like it. I used to watch it when I was a kid. I've seen it, but now I'm 41. I'm old, and I love Aussie. Yes, I do. I know him. Yes. Does it look like laboratory? No. Sex pot. Is he giving me an erection? No, that's rude. That's what he does. He makes a muscle one of. He does. That's all I know for now. So when we eat, depends what we eat and the muscle of the fiber. See, it's not called balance, but that's how the interaction is based upon the tongue. No, that's how it works in relation to that one. So based upon our look like I look like Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean. But anyway, I hope he likes it. Make some pots. Pots? Do you know what's that? I think that's Matuwanta. But I do like pots because my grandma likes pot, but not in Nepal. Pots are different. See? Depends how you act in relation to your camera. I'm not an actor or an actress. But once you realize the passion for a erection, no, I'd be rude. It's just Mona Lisa. I know that guy, but maybe later. I'm not too sure when. It's just he's really hot. Yes, indeed he is. He creates muscles and body. But anyway, what's this about? Our timetable, schedule. Nah, later. I want to make some money, and I hope we all make some money in relation to, you know. Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. My heart's on fire. See? Dan, if you are not Richard, you will compliment my white soul by the spirit of the sun. But, see? Oh dear. You're not available. And in time, I don't want it. But, if I turn you on, you love it. Carifidin latte. No, it's kind of like chocolate coffee. No, next time you get a letter that's with the vibration. No, virtual. No, binna. No, and in time, once we have this connection, you be with me forever. If we don't, we just, FB, not Facebook, but that one. I don't want to be rude anymore. Simple, isn't it? Yes. See? Johnny Depp, FB. Oh, how rude. He's straight. Yes. See? Do you want me to act some more? You tie me out. But in fact, I'm gonna have Tintin soon. Is that sarcasm or spastic? Do I look spastic? So, in that kind of way, is that psychology or psychiatrist by doctors? I don't know what level that is. Mahal tanong. Here's a little secret for all my boyfriends. All my boyfriends! Yes. It's just, I love orgies. Yes. Yes. But in that kind of orgy, if you are the one based upon Johnny Depp to win an award by Globe Award, or whatever you call it, on TV, Hollywood Award, I will fall in love. But if you don't, both parties, Johnny Depp and you, no, you cannot. Because I'm honest. But so, do you like orgies? I love orgies. Yeah. I will inspect that one soon. And I will decide which one is which. No, just joking. No. Delisha, I'm telling the truth. I'm looking for a husband, and sorry, keep mucking around. But I'm also helping straight people as well as lesbian and bisexual and trans and blah, whatever, blah blah. We can't be bothered. Just like I spend any shout for a drink because I spend a lot of time with a lot of energy. So in that way, any shout for a drink. Pasal. Honey bunny. Good. I can't wait. So, no orgies. Oh, but I love orgy. Yes. Oh, sorry. So, next time I'll give you an interpretation. Yes. For overseas to have a certificate to extend their employment rate, and in time an essay in relation to the organic program by organism, and in so we also need orgies. But what kind of orgies? You will know. No, it doesn't make sense. It's just a secret. Really? No. I don't know. Just see. So, handsome man. That is the connection. If we are connected, then you are the one. Galicia is true. Tum la. Juju. No. Thank you.